A church, a castle, cob walls and thatch roofs. An ancient bridge, the needle to sew with silver thread, the river Exe to weave the whole together. Amongst a rolling sea of red-soiled English hillsides. Hiya Carol, how you doing?
Slept well?
Oh yeah, lovely, thank you very much.
Comfortable bed?
Oh brilliant, thanks very much.
And are you
Thank
hungry this morning?
Oh yes, I'd love a full house if it's possible.
You'd like one of Robbie's breakfasts?
Yeah, go on.
Okay.
Go on, thank
Go
you.
and see the chef then. There's a
Oh,
nice cup
lovely.
of tea for
Thank you very much indeed.
Okay.
Cheers, thank you. My name is Mike Drury, and I used to live here in Bickleigh in the 50s and 60s. That's 40 years ago. I'm about to take you with me, with a little help from my friends in Bickleigh and the people who work here, on a journey which could be quite perilous. That of returning to the place of my childhood. For wherever I went, and I travelled the world a plenty, I always seemed to take the values of community and place with me that I had learned here in my childhood.
David's job. Yeah, out for a bike ride. It's bad I could do one of those.
It's one way of keeping it.
Yeah, that's
These
right.
actually want falling off these days.
Oh, right. I know the feeling.
That's the way.
And my brother's got a bike and he keeps falling off it.
Like a tall ship with many sails, there are always memories of this place to carry me through. The first pint, albeit a little underage at the trout, or the first trout caught in the Millbrook, or those wonderful suppers at Millhay's Farms after a day's haymaking. But there was nothing to compare with the wonderful smells of Boundy's Bakery, where with one step through the door, the steel-sprung clapper would summon Tom, Frank, Joan, or Baker Fred to my mother's assistance. Eyes level with the low counter, and dead reckoning on all the cakes and buns that were there. The smells of the bakehouse would assure me that all was well in this place, that there was no strife, no war, just the basic requisites for life, and that the village bakehouse in Bickleigh was at the centre of it all. And so it was when I was a child. I thought that everywhere would have a bakehouse, a church, and a patchwork of coloured fields surrounding it with sheep and cows in them. A bridge, with a river flowing through the centre of it, and cherry blossom in the springtime.
My in-laws came to live at Bickleigh in 1933 when they were first married. At that stage the garden did not exist. The land was just open to the road, between the road and the river. So the cherry was planted in the early 30s and has become a symbol of Bickleigh. We appear on calendars and postcards most years. At one time, every coach that went across the bridge stopped at the far end and 32 people took your photograph. When the children were small, they had to learn to put the tent out of the way so that things didn't obstruct the nice view. It's something that I just keep pottering in and out of, probably 2 or 3 hours a day during the summertime.
Cars seem to get everywhere these days. Whether blessing or burden, it's essential for any villager to have one. For when I was here, there was a regular bus service between Tibbet and Exeter, sometimes on the hour, sometimes on the half hour. But then again, not all is changed. For when I was here in Bickleigh, I can remember one of the greatest things that everybody did was gardening.
Well, flowers have been an integral part of my life, really going way back. But from Bickleigh point of view, we bought the cottage in 1974. My father actually was rector here at Bickleigh, and this garden was actually just a rectangle, half an acre, and the dear old man who lived here, who we bought the cottage from, actually grew dahlias and potatoes and nothing else. And over the years, which I suppose is now nearly 30 years, the cottage garden has evolved. And leading on from there, a group of friends, we got together, we were all flower arrangers, decided to form West Country Wedding Flowers, which we did. And it's gone from strength to strength. We do a lot of weddings in Devon, but particularly here at Bickleigh Castle, where we provide flowers for numerous weddings. And it's an absolute joy to be so involved there, which is wonderful, to be part of a community and to be able to work within Bickleigh and to do something that I absolutely love doing, working with flowers. Right, well, Victorian walled garden. Bickleigh Castle has a wonderful old Victorian walled garden. Well, Mike Vauxhall and I go back many, many years, too many to remember really. However, he approached me and said, "Polly, how about you taking over the garden?" And I thought, oh dear, rather a big ordeal. However, my husband, who is a vegetable man, decided that he would like to, with my help, I might add, take over the running of the garden. So we have. And it's in its first year. We have rows of peas, broad beans, you name it. We grow it organically. There we are, a few veggies. What do you think?
Lovely. Oh, those are nice. They'll do just right for the Bickleigh Garden Show.
Well, you never know, Tom. You might get first in show with those 3 onions, because they're pretty big, aren't they?
Yes, but not all eaten the same size.
Well, I shouldn't worry about that.
No, I'm very pleased with that.
Good. I'm pleased you're pleased.
Yes.
But I think we'll forget the beetroot, then haven't come up too well. Anyway. And we have now got a little industry going in the village. And Saturday mornings I go down, crack of dawn with my husband, where we harvest our vegetables and we package them up in our little trug here and take them around the village. We have a few regular customers now who order, and it's just a little bit of fun, and we both enjoy it, and of course it gets us to meet everybody on a Saturday morning basis, and hopefully it'll grow from there. Oh, now then. What have we got today? Well, I don't know whether you want some onions.
Yes, please.
Yes. And I've got potatoes lurking underneath there.
Right, we have some of those as well.
Yes. And do you want some leeks?
Yes, please.
Right, okay. There. Whoops, the extra onion.
Oh, brilliant. That's super.
All right,
Yeah.
and you just wanted a few potatoes?
Yes, beautiful last week.
Were they? Good. Right, well I reckon that's probably about £2.
Yes.
Really? I ought to
Yeah.
bring a scale, shouldn't I? But anyway,
Well.
so let's say that's £2.
That's fine.
All right, is that
Let's
okay?
see.
Lovely,
Yeah.
so same time next week.